Hi, this is a price action analyst. This is Komodo coin, KMD. I had a request from this in the comments section. I can tell you that Komodo is a large cap coin that is on my watch list, but I haven't included it in the model portfolio. In my model portfolio, because it's not trending up relative to Bitcoin, not yet, anyways. So this is the entire price action. You can see this is similar to most coins, high and then low, and it's consolidating. The consolidation is good, and it's happening at relatively low. I marked in the support and resistance lines. This might be, well, this kind of needs to be the low here. This support line needs to be the low. So if for example Komodo had lots of strength, pushed out here, retested and pushed up again, it would then, as soon as it breaks out of here, it's in an uptrend. So alternatively, if it pushes down here and then say washes these pivots, comes up and then comes down again on strength, like you start getting red bearish engulfing bars after it's washed these pivots and it moves down, then it's gonna come down to another level of support, roughly the same size. So I don't know which way this is going to break out yet. It could break out on the upside, it could break up on the downside, and so my approach to these is you wait. I'm only, my investment philosophy and coins that I include in the model portfolio for the price action analyst subscribers. I identify coins that are in an uptrend relative to Bitcoin. So that doesn't mean that this won't eventually do that. It may do that, it may not, but I wait for it to prove that it's doing it. So in terms of this coin, if I had to guess what it's going to do, I don't know if I'm really not sure. I would. If price starts to push down here on strength, it's probably, if it's, if it pushes through here and leaves a wick, that's a false breakout, and that's bullish. It means it makes it more likely it's going to push up. Like sellers got in here and they get suckered, and they're hitting the buy button to get out. So if you see that here, if you see it push through and you see a wick, then that's more likely it's upside. But if you start to see a series of these bearish engulfing red bars and they start to get longer, then price is going to come back. Price is coming back here to test support. And the only reason I think that's likely is you've had, a test of resistance there, support, resistance. So maybe it's going to come down here and test again. And then the real test will be to see what happens here. So, if it comes down here, say halfway between those two pivots, this one, and you get some strength, or it washes this pivot and you get some strength and a push up, then, especially the strength is the giveaway. If you get strength there, then that's indicative that it's going to come back up. And so now, if it washes support and it moves up, now to get to resistance, it's got to break out of this trend line. So whether it's going to do that or it's going to do that, I don't really have an answer for you. My approach, as much as possible, is to let price action prove what it's doing to you and then act on it. So, give me a wick here and some buying support, and I'll take a long. Give me some bearish engulfing here, and I might short it with a view to another test of support. It's kind of hard to you know, if you take a position here, it's really it's a, you know, it's a 50-50 bet. Yeah, I'd like to tell you more. I just don't see much more in that coin. I mean, you've had strength up off of that. Strength up, but you know, your downside, that strong weakness. If you get that here, it's coming back to support. So, and again, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because if it comes to support and you get your buyer step in here, that could be the push that breaks out of this consolidation pattern. But if you get, you know, price consolidates here and you get that coming out of here, then you're it's coming down to test the low here, which is not what you want. So in terms of how I trade, I would be waiting here just to, I mean, Komodo's on my watch list, so at least once a week I'll be looking at the price action. So, you know, whether it does that or pushes out, once it pushes out and it retests, then I'll be, you know, if it retests that and moves away with strength, you'll probably see it in my model portfolio. So, sorry I can't tell you more on that one. It's just a matter of waiting and watching and seeing what the price does and then acting on it. But I will say, you know, I don't follow the fundamentals of these coins, but there's a lot, you know, when I first went through all the coins and looked for stuff in uptrends, you know, I just did that again a week ago. There's a lot more coins are pushing up higher. So, you know, that indicates to me, buying interest, and you know, the buying interest has to be the same reason that there's buying interest in gold and silver. People realize that the currency is a sinking ship and they're getting out. But my point is, if you know that Komodo is something that's being heavily utilized by people and you think it has a future, you know, if it ends up being something that's used widely, it's probably going to push out on the upside here at some stage. And so the reverse of that, in this market where the coins that are being used are pushing up, if this like tanks, it's not a good sign. So for now, I would just, if you're holding it, I would just keep an eye on it and see what it does in relation to this consolidation pattern. Anyways, I hope that's helpful. Thank you for watching the channel. Thank you for making the request. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in getting alerts on a whole range of coins as to when to buy and when to exit, then have a look at subscribing to my service. Otherwise, thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video.